I have been shuffling for almost 6 years now, and for 3 of those years, it has been my full-time job. A lot of you may think that turning your hobby into your job is a dream come true. And in a lot of ways it is, but it also comes with its challenges. Since we live in a day and age where you can make a living doing literally anything and everyone has a side hustle, I figured I'd share some of the things that I have learned along the way. So get ready, buckle up as I spill the beans on the 5 things I wish I knew before starting my own business and transforming my love of shuffling into a full-fledged career. But before we jump in, I want to give a quick thank you to TurboTax.
I have been using TurboTax since I started my business. It has helped me face the very dreaded tax season. And let's be honest, managing your finances is a key part of the journey of turning your passion into profit. So we'll get more into that later, but for now, let's jump in to tip number 1. So the first thing that I wish somebody told me when I was starting my business was to just do it. You're never gonna be fully ready. You're never gonna be fully prepared. No matter how many classes you take, no matter how much you plan and all of those things, there's just gonna be things that you have to learn along the way. That's just part of the entrepreneurial journey. And for me, it was doing my taxes. Now, when you work a corporate job, they take out money for you and you just get a W-2 and it's relatively simple. However, when you're self-employed, you have to put aside money so that you can pay your taxes when taxes come due. And it gets even more complicated when you have multiple write-offs, deductions, and multiple sources of income to keep track of.
Luckily, with TurboTax, they make it so easy. They walk you through every step of the way. And I've actually been using TurboTax since I started my business, and it's made tax season stress-free.
And they even have tax experts on hand ready to answer any questions you might have. But obviously, the more complex your business, the more you might need help.
I also have a very unique job. You know, not a lot of people are shuffle dance instructors. However, even still, they were able to help me categorize all my expenses and showed me all the different things I might be able to write off.
And after that first year of using TurboTax self-employed, I learned a lot. And since then, I've taken a lot better care in keeping track of my expenses and what things I can and can't write off. The second thing I wish someone told me was that when your hobby becomes your job, it's gonna start to feel like work. Now, I know there's that quote that says, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. And while that's a great sentiment, true to some extent, I don't think it gives a full picture of reality, because when you are starting your business, there's gonna be aspects of the job that you don't like. For instance, for me, I love dancing, creating, but I hate, loathe, detest video editing. But it's an essential part of my job because I film YouTube videos, tutorials. It's just the bane of my existence. And of course you can outsource these things. We'll get more into that later. But when you're first getting started, that's not really realistic because you may not have the resources to do so. So no matter what, there's gonna be aspects of the job you don't like. And even still, there's gonna be some things you don't want to outsource because they're things that only you can do. And you just may or may not like them. And it's just the way that it goes. Secondly, no matter how much you love something, your motivations become kind of tangled, because what you once did just for the love of it, you now also do more or less to survive. And I know that's a bit dramatic, but that's what jobs are, you know, a way to make a living and survive. So for instance, I found myself personally constantly going out to either improve, to film a choreo, to work on a class. It was always about creating for others, and I stopped creating for myself. And I didn't realize this till later, but slowly and slowly, I found this resistance building up in me until I finally started to just take the time to dance just for me. I would put away my phone. I wouldn't worry about practicing, improving, getting better. It was just me time. And that has helped my relationship with my hobby so much, because like any relationship, it needs nurturing and love and care. So don't forget to make time for your hobby just for you. The third thing that I would always want to remind myself is to stay true to yourself. When it comes to building a presence online, it's really easy to fall into the trap of doing what everyone else is doing. And while there is some merit in doing what's already successful, you don't just want to be a carbon copy of everyone else, because that's only going to get you so far. What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What lights you up? For me, I found that my talent is in teaching and breaking things down for others. So that's what I've really leaned into in my own career journey. You also have to know yourself well enough to know what aspects of your passion you really enjoy. For instance, for me, I really enjoy freestyling more than I enjoy creating choreos, while other people are the opposite. So figure out what lights you up and follow that, because where passion goes, energy flows, all that good stuff, and that's where you will find the most success. Number 4 is quality over quantity. We live in a day and age where anybody can go viral and you can gain 100,000 followers overnight, but what do those 100,000 followers know about you other than what they gleaned from that 30-second clip? Not much. So building a community that knows and trusts you takes time. There's just no other way around it. And so focusing on building quality followers rather than just more is more important, because that's where you're gonna really see success in your business. Additionally, quality content is more important than just more content. You want to create content that you are excited about, that you love and are genuinely excited to share, and also content that you think your audience wants to hear. Think about how are you providing value to them, because when you provide value, the world generally provides value back. I think one of the reasons I've been able to be successful is because I give away a lot of free content and free tutorials. You know, I have all these shuffle tutorials on YouTube for people to learn from, so then they get to know me and they learn to trust me and they like the way that I teach, right? From there, they're like, oh, maybe I'll go check out the shuffle ball and support somebody who's already given me so much. Tip number 5 is to outsource. Earlier, I mentioned that there's gonna be parts of the job that you don't like and that you should outsource. And at the beginning of your journey, it may not be reasonable to outsource some of those things. However, when you can, and as soon as you can, you should. Because listen, take it from somebody who put off video editing for a very, very, very long time. And I look back and I think about the hours, days, I don't know, months, years, I don't even know how much time I could have gotten back if I would have hired a video editor sooner. Because when it comes to outsourcing things, you're not just paying somebody else for their time, you're honestly paying them for your time back. And your time is invaluable because you could be using it doing so many other things and really leveling up your business. I want to end this video by saying that entrepreneur life is not easy. And some days I question my life decisions, but at the end of the day, I am so grateful that I chose this life and so grateful for your support. So thank you so much. If you want to continue supporting me, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.